Hello everybody, welcome back. This is my first video to explain to you what will happen on Monday and next week. It's Friday today and it's the 4th of September and we've been busy getting ready for you in school and we are really looking forward to you coming back, really are. So in the summer Mrs Bristow sent every family one of these home. And this is the booklet, Welcome to Newby, and it had all the information that you needed to know about returning to school. Sadly, we've had a lot of people who haven't read it. So I'm putting this video together to explain it. Please, please, please listen. Because it's not like a normal school year. We've been off for 6 months and during that time lots and lots of things have had to change in order for us to be able to open our schools safely, and this is all about minimising risk for your children and you and my staff as we open for the new school year. So on Monday the 7th of September, all children in years 3, 4, 5 and 6 are returning to school. They will all come to different gates. Year 6 children, you will enter school at the running track gate, which is down St Stephen's Road and down the Snicket. On that gate will be a member of staff and they will direct you to the dots on the playground where you will stand. Year 5, you will come in the front of school, through the path and round into the Key Stage 2 playground. Again, there will be a member of staff who directs you and you go on to your dots in the playground, where your teachers will be waiting. Year 4, you will come in the St Stephen's Road gate. Again, a member of staff will be on the gate and your teachers will be waiting for you on the dots. Year 3, exactly the same, but you come in the community room gate. The reason we've done this is so that we can maintain social distancing. We can keep your children safe. So parents of children in years 3, 4, 5 and 6, you are not allowed onto site in the morning. This will stop us having loads and loads and loads of parents milling around and then potentially causing crisis in terms of social distancing. The teachers will greet your children on their dots. They will wait until every child is there and walk them into their classrooms in a particular order in social distances. The gates open at 8:40. That's 22:09 for Key Stage 2, and they will shut for Key Stage 2 at 8:50. If your child is late, they need to go home. They have to be very strict. I'm so sorry that we have to be so strict, but we cannot have children arriving just because they've woken up late or because we haven't got out the house in time. You need to be on time. Otherwise, we then can get into a situation where bubbles are crossing. On Monday, at the end of the day, parents, you can arrive from the front of the school and walk through the playground to where your children will be on the spots. The children finish at 3:15. We will be bringing children out. The gates will open and parents, you can walk through, pick up your child from their spot and walk out of the St Stephen's Road gate. In the main entrance, walk through, collect your Key Stage 2 child from their spots and walk out at the St Stephen's Road entrance. On Tuesday, Key Stage 1 children, that's children who are going to be in Year 1 and Year 2, you start school. You will start from 8:50 till 9 o'clock. So it allows parents to drop off older children on their spots in Key Stage 2, then walk around up Coatwall Road, in the Coatwall Road gate please, through the Key Stage 1 playground, dropping off your children between 10 to 9 and 9 o'clock. The teachers will be there and they will want you to put your children on the particular spot. You then walk through in a one-way system and out the Coatwall Road and Ryan Street corner exit. So it's a one-way system in up Coatwall Road, through the Key Stage 1 playground and out to the corner. Now the teachers will be there, there will be members of staff on the Coatwall Road gate, and Mr Baytrick will be in the Key Stage 1 playground. That's on Tuesday. Parents are allowed to come with their children to drop off their children for Key Stage 1, but not Key Stage 2. At the end of the day, we suggest that you come and pick up your Key Stage 1 child exactly the same way, through the Coatwall Road, round, out of the corner gate, and then round into the main entrance to pick up any Key Stage 2 children. We will direct you. We will have signs on all the gates. We will have staff on all the gates. You must maintain social distancing, and all adults, please wear a face mask as you would if you were going to the shops. We need to be vigilant. We need to not allow this virus to cascade through our community. Early years, so reception parents, you will be starting school in groups of 12. Mrs Tudhope and the reception team have spoken to you all, and you should know which day your child is starting. So on Monday the 7th we will have 12 new children. On Tuesday the 8th we'll have 12 more children, and so on and so forth throughout the week, so that each of the children comes on each of the days. Nursery is very slightly different and a bit more complex, because we have almost two sets of children. Those nursery children who were with us before lockdown and are carrying on in nursery, and those nursery children who will be new to nursery in September. And they have all been contacted by Mrs Tudhope and Miss Love and the early years team. So there's various visits going on, and they have a very particular timetable. If your child is in year 1 to 6, there's clarity there about exactly where you come in. Reception parents, your times of the day are slightly different, because you will come onto site and arrive after Key Stage 2 in the morning through the St Stephen's gate, and then you can come into class with your new child and then leave and go out through St Stephen's. And reception, you will be finishing at 3 o'clock, just for the moment, because that gives us time to get the parents for reception in, pick up their little children and leave, or go and pick up older siblings from their spots. So the gates are complex. We are lucky here at Newby that we do have classrooms that have outside doors. We are very lucky. We are also lucky we have lots of gates and entrances to our site, which means that we can maintain social distancing. Some parents have said to me, "Oh, but I have to walk all the way around." Sorry, I would rather you walked for 5 minutes more than contacted COVID-19. The other thing that people have said is, so where do I go when, and where, who what times? And don't worry, all around the site will be members of staff to help you and direct you. Okay. So the other big thing is, of course, that lunchtime arrangements are slightly different. We are asking that all children stay in school all day rather than going home for any lunch. This is so that we're not having potential COVID coming back in, and we are asking that so it just minimises any problems. Children will have lunches in various parts of the school and they will be all fine. They'll have their lunches in classrooms and then they will go out to play, and it's all been planned in a very military fashion because we have to make sure that we've enough people to man and staff all that safely. Because we've got class sizes of 30, we have decided to separate those down into significant smaller bubbles. It allows children to be separated out in the classroom so that they're not too close to each other, keeping that social distance. So there are different size bubbles depending on the age of the children. If your child is in year 6, they will still be in 2 classes of 30 children, but they will be in bigger spaces. So to facilitate having smaller bubbles for at least the first half term, year 6 will be in the space hall and art room in the separate building. This means they've got a lot more space and we can keep them in 2 classes of 30. Years 3, 4 and 5, the 2 classes are being split into 3 groups in each of those year groups, just initially for the first half term, and then we'll see where COVID is. This means that there will be a blue class, a green class, and for half a term a turquoise class. It's fine because children will be absolutely fine. We've tried to keep friends together, etc., but it just means that for the first part they will be in smaller groups. Year 1 and year 2, they will be in the same space but in small groups within that space, led by different adults, all under the direction of the teachers. But year 1 and year 2 will be in 5 bubbles of 12 children, so that there'll only be a group of 12 of them, and they will then work in different areas around year 1 or different areas around year 2. Year 2 has moved to where last year's year 6 was. They've got this beautiful big teaching space now with lots of room for this group work to go on. Reception are also in bubbles, and they will be in the same reception area but again in small bubbles through reception. Because of COVID and because of the fact that teachers have to have planning time, we decided that in this period of time we would shut at 1 o'clock on a Friday afternoon to allow the teachers to have the planning time and also not to break bubbles. So all children will finish at 1 o'clock on a Friday to facilitate this. Children in reception and year 1 and year 2 will be given their lunch before they go home, and children in Key Stage 2 who are in receipt of a free school meal, they will have a pack-up lunch to take home. All other children in Key Stage 2 will not have a lunch and can have lunch when they do get home. Now, nursery children will still attend school on a Friday afternoon. If you are a nursery afternoon child, you continue to stay in, because obviously you will need your 5 afternoons. For parents who work, where both parents work on a Friday afternoon, those children, if they are unable to stay with anybody else, can stay for the Friday afternoon club. But you'll need to let us know. You'll need to let us know as soon as possible if you need that provision, because we have to know how many staff we need to put in there. And then if your child is in the Friday afternoon club, then they can stay till 3:15 and then be picked up from the school office. If you do want to book a place in their Friday afternoon club, please phone school. Breakfast club will also begin next week, but we have to limit breakfast club to just those parents who both work, or in the case of a single parent family, a parent that works. So please make sure you book your breakfast club place with the school office. We can't just have children turning up. Again, we need to know how many children to make sure that we've got it staffed correctly. So from Monday, Key Stage 2 would like to see you in your new uniform, which has a different coloured polo shirt. Year 5 and 6, we would like to see you in shirts and a tie. And years 3 and 4, we would like to see you in a jade green polo shirt. You can wear your old sweatshirt, you can buy a new one, you can wear a plain one. We don't mind, as long as you have your right colour polo shirt. You will not need your PE kit for a little while, because we can't do formal PE. So keep your PE kit at home. You will also not need your book bag, because for the first couple of weeks we won't be sending anything home until we have everything in place. So no PE kit, no book bag. If you are bringing a packed lunch, please bring that in, but nothing else needs to come in. Please make sure you tell us if you have changed any of your home details or phone numbers. We must have up-to-date phone numbers, and I need you to know that if we need to send messages out, the text messaging service is our best way. We must have the correct phone numbers. So ordinarily at this time of year you would be paying for milk, but we are not going to be taking milk payments yet, so we will let you know when we are, okay? And it will be through the parent pay process. So we will write to you very soon about when you can do that again. Same with toast. At the moment we are not making toast and you do not need to pay for it. However, we do get some bagels delivered from Magic Breakfast, which is a particular government scheme, and these bagels will be toasted and given to all children free of charge. So please don't worry that your child will be hungry. They won't. There's an awful lot to remember. It's been very difficult. Going through all this time with COVID has been so hard, as we've had to try and find ways of contacting you, trying to think about ways that we can share things with you, and we won't have always got it right because we're just human beings, but we've tried really, really hard because your children really matter to us. So when I hear things that are quite negative, it's hard because we've worked non-stop and we didn't lock down. We had children in every day, and we've just had the summer holidays, and even then only 2 weeks we've been in school. And I need you as parents to realise that we have tried really hard, because we really, really, really care about your children and making this the very best we can, a safe and secure and positive learning experience for your children. So we really look forward to welcoming you back next week. And we would like to say to you all, if you've got any issues, please come and talk to us about it. You can make appointments with us, and you can come and talk to any of the senior leadership team during this time. Please also remember that if your child is ill, and they do have symptoms of COVID-19, we will call you. We will get you to come and pick your child up, help you to make an appointment for your child to have a test, and then ask you to keep us informed. We never test children. We would never take children to be tested. We would never isolate children away from their parents. If you have heard that fake news, it is fake. We would never do that. You have to remember, many of us are parents, and I would not allow anyone to do that to my own children, so I certainly won't let it be done to your children. If your child has an appointment, we try and please make appointments after school, out of school hours. If you can't, please try to make them after 2 o'clock in the afternoon, so your child does not have to go out and come in again. We will not be allowing visitors during school time without a prior appointment. So if you wish to see anybody in school, you must make an appointment, because we have to make sure we have the room to enable us to see people that's safe, and we can wear PPE. All our staff will be in PPE. They will all have face shields on, and they will be wearing PPE in and around school, except in the classroom with their bubble of children. If I need to go and see children in a class, I will wear PPE. If a teacher needs to go and see children in another class or another teacher, they will wear PPE. The only time they won't will be when you are in a classroom with their own children in their own bubble. So it's very important that you know we are taking every bit of advice. All teachers on their lanyard have their own little bottle of hand sanitizer. Your children all have their own personal bottle of sanitizer. They all have their own personal tray with all their own personal equipment in. There is no sharing of anything. Even down to play equipment, each bubble has their own bag of play equipment, etc. So we are minimising any interaction between small groups of children. I hope you find this useful. I hope that's given you a bit of context, and we look forward to seeing you on Monday for Key Stage 2 at 8:40 at your designated gates, and for Key Stage 1 on Tuesday at 8:50 at the Coat Wall Road gate. Take care, everybody. Have a lovely